An all too familiar scene, wreckage of a motorcycle crash in an Omaha street, the rider killed. Tonight, the car driver sits in jail. Why police say this was no accident. Good evening, I'm Mallory Maddox.
And I'm John Nicely. It happened again. A motorcyclist has been killed in a crash, and this time it happened in Southwest Omaha, 140th and West Center. A
man named Justin Hart was riding the Kawasaki when a car, a Nissan 350Z, turned in front of him. The car took off. But witnesses gave a good description, and police quickly found both the car and driver at home just a few blocks away. Kevin Malone was arrested. He's 59 and faces a long list of charges, including fourth arrest DUI. He shouldn't have even been behind the wheel. His license was suspended, and he didn't have registration or proof of insurance. Tonight, our Aaron Murray is talking with the people who knew and loved Justin Hart. We'll hear from them in our next newscast coming up at 10 at 10. And of course, this was the second fatal motorcycle crash in as many days. But new tonight, we have positive news to report for the passenger who survived. You'll recall 27-year-old Jed Workman was killed after being struck in the intersection of 78th and Dodge Wednesday. His girlfriend, 23-year-old Rachel McKetto, survived but was taken to the hospital in critical condition. In a story you will only see on 6, Jessica Gill met with Rachel's family today. And Jessica joins us live now with more on the progress.
Rachel is breathing on her own. John and Mallory here at Nebraska Medicine tonight as doctors removed her ventilator earlier this morning. That's fantastic news for this family. But her parents tell me she is still in a lot of pain, and there's no doubt she has a long road ahead of her. Just after midnight Wednesday morning, 2 parents were given news no parent ever wishes to hear.
Your daughter, she was in an automobile accident. She was riding a motorcycle, and I freaked out.
Both dad and mom rushed to the hospital in a state of shock.
Not even thinking, I went straight down Dodge Street, and I got to 78th and Dodge, and there was the accident. And it just kind of dawned on me like, oh my God, this is where she was. And of course I saw the vehicle and the motorcycle, and the police were, detouring the traffic, and it was pretty tough.
When they finally were able to see their daughter, even tougher. And now the look in her eyes, they say, shows nothing but pain.
But we are just so grateful she's alive.
And while Rachel has a long road of recovery ahead of her,
but she's a fighter, and if this had to happen to anybody, I know that she can get through this.
Now, the extent of Rachel's injuries, pretty intense. She broke her pelvis in 4 places. She broke her jaw, a facial bone. She ruptured her spleen, fractured 2 vertebrae, and was suffering from brain bleeding, but that has since stabilized. Now, she did injure the part of her brain that controls her speech, John and Mallory, so she has not yet spoken to her family, but she has smiled, she has nodded, she's more alert now than she's ever been since the accident, which is all really, really good news at this point.
Yeah, such a difficult thing for her parents, too, and they seem to be holding up on this.
Yeah, they are holding up really well, actually, John, as much as they can be. They say their friends have been a huge source of support for them. That, along with prayer, they say Rachel needs a lot of prayers right now, not just for physical healing, but emotional, as Rachel is not yet aware that her boyfriend never did make it.
Certainly thinking of all of them. Thank you, Jessica Gill, reporting live tonight.